Hello everyone and welcome to another video of Vivek Learns. In the last video of PepCoding Level 1 that we had made, we had solved this question: postfix, evaluation and conversion. And before that we had solved this question, right? Infix, conversion. Okay. So let's discuss or kind of revise what we did in these questions. So in this infix conversion question, what we did was we were given an expression. So an infix expression is an expression which is understandable to humans and which can be evaluated by humans. So what we do here, we are given an expression and we had to evaluate that expression. Um, so we had done that in the infix expression evaluation, my bad. And in the infix conversion, what we had done was we had converted the infix expression into prefix and postfix. So how did we do that? So for the my bad, sorry. For the infix evaluation, what we did was we iterated over the string, and whenever we found an operator, we used to put it into an operator stack. Whenever we used to find an operand, we used to push that into the operand stack. And then if we encountered a closing bracket or an operator, what we used to do is that we used to perform some operations, and that operation that we used to perform was V1 operator V2. Like whatever the operator was, we used to perform that operation. So if the operator was plus, okay, not this, in the perform operations, right? We used to perform addition, then if it is multiplication, and then lastly we had division, right? In the infix conversion problem, instead of performing the evaluation, right, performing this operation, we had two methods. So let's understand what are prefix expressions, right? So infix expression is something like this, okay, which is understandable to human, like I said. And the prefix expression will be, so suppose if we say we have a plus b as an infix expression, then the prefix expression will be, so first we'll have the operator and then the operands, and for the postfix what we'll have is we'll have the operands first and then the operator. So this is how we like, this was just a simple example, but we solved some complicated ones as well, right? Where we had brackets and all those things. So we had converted that infix expression into prefix and postfix. So basically what we used to do here is that we used to perform v1 v2 operation operator for postfix, and for prefix, like I said, we used to have the operator first and then the operands. The operands are nothing but v1 v2 in this example. So that was about the infix conversion question. And then we solved another question where we were given a postfix expression and we had to evaluate it, as well as we had to convert that expression into prefix as well as infix. Okay. So what did we do here? We again iterated over the array and we checked if the character is a digit or not. If the character was a digit, or uh, if the character was digit, then we 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 used to put that in three stacks, and whenever it was an operator, we used to perform operations. For valuation stack, we used to perform uh, v1 operator v2. That's what we had, and we had integers here. And for pre-operation, like we discussed, we used to perform operator v1 v2. For infix, we used to perform v1 operator v2. But the only difference between the valuation operation and the infix operation was that in the valuation operation we were performing v1 operator v2 on integers. Okay, so if you see here, we used to perform v1 operator v2. Okay, and in the infix uh, we had strings basically, and we used to perform v1 operator v2, and we used to have these additional brackets as well, right? So yeah, that was all about the revision. Let's now try to solve the next question that we have, which is prefix evaluation and conversion. Okay, so you are given a prefix expression. You are required to evaluate it and print its value. You are required to convert it into infix and print it. You are required to convert it into postfix and print it. Okay, so we are given an expression again, and we'll have to evaluate that, convert it into infix, and then convert it into postfix, right? Yeah. So yeah, let's discuss how we can do this. Okay, let me have that expression here. So let's discuss what we had done to convert the postfix expression to an infix and a prefix. So we had started iteration from the first. We checked if it was a digit and we used to push that into all the stacks. And whenever we encountered an operator, we used to pop 2. So the first value which popped, which got popped, it was v2, and the second value which got popped, which was v1. So it was something like 6 times 4, right? Something like this. So now let's discuss how we'll convert the prefix operation that we have. Yeah, so this is the prefix. Let me increment this and my laptop is freezed. Let me have it a bit bigger. So yeah, what we'll do here is we will start the iteration from the last. Okay, let's start the iteration from the last. Let's think about it. So we will have 3 stacks like we had there itself. Like in the previous problem also we had 3 stacks. So let's call this as the valuation stack and this as the infix stack. Is, let's say, and then the this is an uh, prefix, right? So we'll have to convert it into a post, right? So we'll have a postfix tag. Post tag, let's see. Yep. And once we have these tags, what we will do is that we will start the iteration from the last. So yeah, let's start. So we encounter first an operand, so we will push that operand 3 into all these tags. So we pushed 3 into the stack. Then we pushed 8 into the stack. Okay. Then we pushed 4 into the stack. Let's do that. Pushed 4 into all these stacks. Okay, so what we are doing here is that whenever we encounter a digit or an operand, we are pushing that into the stack. So we pushed 3 as we are iterating from the last. Then we pushed 8, then 4, then we'll push 6. We have pushed 6 into the stack now. And then at last we encounter a multiplication sign. So once we encounter a multiplication sign, what do? We perform some operations. And what is the operation that we perform? The operation that we are going to perform this time is we will call this as v1 and this as v2 now. Okay, because in the pre-stack what gets happened is because we are iterating from the last, the elements get inserted in a reverse order. So that's why we'll have this as v1 and this as v2. Okay, so we'll do 6 times 4, which is 24, right? And we push that into the stack. Then we encounter a okay, so we'll have to evaluate these as well. So we'll have 6 times 4 here. Okay, so we'll pop those and we'll have 6 times 4. And I'm very sorry for my bad handwriting. Yep, 6 times 4. And for the postfix, what do? We perform v1, v2 operator. So we'll have 6, 4, and then multiplication, right? Yep. And once we encounter another operator, what do? We perform operations. So we'll perform V1 divided by V2. So this is 24 divided by 8. So 8 threes are 8 threes are 24, right? So we'll have 3. And here also we will have V1 operator. Operator is this slash V2. This is V2. So we'll have V1 as 6 times 4, 4 operator. Operator is nothing but the slash and V2, 8. Yep. And for this one, we forgot to pop that. Yeah. For this one, we'll perform the same V1 V2 operator, right? So we'll have 6 4 star and then 8 as well as the operator which is slash. And after that, we have an operand 2, so we push that into the stack. After that, we have this plus as the so 2 is an operand, right? Not an operator. Yeah. After that, we have this plus. So plus is an operator. So we perform operation which is v1 times v2, right? So which is 2 plus plus, right? 2 plus 5, 2 plus 3, which is my bad. 2 plus 3, which is 5. And here also we will have v1 plus v2. Okay, so we'll have v1 as 2 plus v2. 6 times 4 by 8, and we'll have brackets here as well, just in case. Here also we perform v1 v2 operators, v1 v2 operator. So we'll have 2 6 4, then this multiplication sign, again we have 8 slash, and then the plus sign, right? And lastly we have this minus as operator, so we'll perform v1 operator v2. We'll have 5 minus 3, which is 2. So this is the answer that we have, right? 2. The last element after iterating over the array in the valuation stack is 2. So that is the answer for the valuation of this prefix expression. And for the postfix, let's try to solve it here. So we'll again perform v1 operator v2, right? So we'll have v1 as this, right? Which is 2 plus 6 times 4 by 8. We'll have some more brackets. And then we'll have v1 operator. Operator is minus, right, this time, and then 3. Yep. So this is the last element in the infix stack. So this is the infix expression of this prefix expression. And let's try to find the postfix expression. So we'll perform the same operation, which is 2 6 4 multiplication. The same operation, meaning the same operation we have performed in this stack. Multiplication 8 divided by plus, no, divide by plus, it's a division plus, then we'll have 3, right? And then the minus sign. So let's just verify the answer. 2648 multiplication, something like that, right? 2648 multiplication division plus multiplication division plus 3 minus, yeah. So this is the postfix, the infix, and the valuation answers. Let's try to code in this part now. So I'll use this code which we have already written for postfix evaluation. I'll just make a copy of this class and name the new class as prefix eval and conversion. only difference is we'll have prefix operation here. So we'll start iteration from str.length -1, and we will continue till I is greater than equal to 0. We'll decrement I. Okay, and we'll have three stacks: evaluation stack, the infix stack, and the postfix stack, because we'll have to convert the prefix expression into a postfix one. So let's do that. Let's replace all the contents. Yeah. So let's go through the logic again. We will iterate from the last element to the 0th element. We'll keep on decrementing. We get the character. If it is a digit, we put that into the evaluation, infix, and postfix stack. Okay, and if we encounter an operator, so this is logic for an operator. We perform valuation operation. In the valuation operation, we perform V1 operator V2. So if it is plus, we perform addition, and if it is a minus, we perform subtraction, and so on. Okay, and for the pre-result, so we won't have a pre-result here, right? We'll have a post result, and we'll also have a post stack here, postfix stack. So we'll also rename this as the postfix post operation. Okay, so we'll have, let me correct this first. We'll have a naming, yeah. And another thing, right, that we have to remember, we'll have V1 popped first this time and then V2, right? We forgot about that. So we'll, for the infix operation as well, V1 and then V2. For the postfix operation, V1 and then V2. So the first value which gets popped is V1, right? Because we are iterating from the last element. Okay. And we'll have the post tag here just to be, and I messed up spelling of post. Okay. Okay. So in the valuation stack, we will perform V1 operation V2. In the post fix stack, what we'll do is we'll perform V1 operator. Oh no, right? We'll have to change here. We'll have V1 V2 plus operator. Yeah. Yeah. And in the infix, we perform V1 operator V2. Yep. So let's try to run this once as a Java application. And my screen is freezed again, it seems. Yeah, it finally ran. We'll have to change these names, right? We'll do that. Let's try to first test our keys. Yep. Let's compare it once, just to be sure. Yeah, we have the same output for the postfix. Let's compare the pre one, the infix also. Yeah, we have the same, and the valuation is 2, right? Yeah. Yeah, so let's change the name. So enter a prefix expression, and we'll have enter a postfix expression here. Prefix and postfix, and we'll have an infix here and an infix here. Yeah, yeah. So that's all for this video. So in this video, we have converted a prefix expression into an infix and postfix, as well as we have evaluated that expression. So yeah, that's all for this video again. See you guys in the next one. Thank you.